Do you know what day everyone pretends to forget about but no one actually does? Valentine's Day. Everyone says it's about love, flowers, smiles, photos, proof that someone chose you, proof that you matter enough to celebrate, proof that you're not alone. But I don't hate Valentine's Day. I never did. It just hates me. Because it shows me what I don't have, what I almost had, what I gave to someone who gives it now to someone else. You scroll. Couples everywhere. Hands held, promises made, flowers arriving at work, videos of proposals, text messages that make you smile even though you don't know these people, even though their happiness is reminding you of your own absence. And I remember when I was almost that, when I thought this year would be different, when I thought maybe I'd finally be the one getting flowers, the one getting a surprise, the one being chosen publicly, but you're not. You're home, alone, watching other people live the moment you thought you'd be living. And I'm not angry. I wish I was. Anger would be easier. Anger would make sense. But I'm not angry. You're tired. Tired of pretending this day doesn't hurt? Tired of acting like you don't notice every single post? Every couple at the restaurant? Every guy with flowers? Every girl opening a box and screaming because he finally did it? And I'm tired of being the one who watches, never the one who's chosen, never the one someone decides is worth celebrating. Valentine's Day isn't loud because of love. It's loud because of absence. It's loud because you can see exactly what you're missing. It's loud because the absence of someone is louder than any presence could ever be. It's loud because I'm sitting here realizing that while everyone else is being celebrated, I'm being forgotten. And that's what really gets you. Not that you don't have someone, but that nobody's even trying. Nobody's even thinking about you. Nobody woke up this morning and decided you were worth the effort. I could have had that. I almost did. I remember the conversations about what I'd do for Valentine's. I remember planning dates. I remember thinking about how I'd celebrate. I remember believing that next Valentine's Day would be different. But then it wasn't. And now you're watching that person celebrate with someone else. Someone they chose over you. Someone they decided was worth the flowers and the promises and the public declarations. And I'm thinking about how I would have done it right, how I would have shown up, how I would have made it special, how I would have made them feel chosen in a way they've probably never felt before. But you don't get that chance. Instead, I get to watch. I get to see it happen for everyone else. I get to scroll through the evidence of my own loneliness. And what's worse is you can't even be mad about it because this is your reality. This is what you get on Valentine's Day. A reminder that love is happening everywhere, just not to you. People ask me if I'm doing anything special and I lie. I say I'm spending time with friends. I say I'm not really into Valentine's Day anyway. I say I'm too busy. I make up any excuse that keeps me from having to admit the truth. You know the truth, though. You'd give anything to have someone to lie to. To have to make plans with someone instead of making excuses for why you don't have any. I remember the last time someone actually made me feel special. The last time someone chose me. The last time I was the one being celebrated instead of doing the celebrating. You remember what it felt like when someone looked at you like you were enough, like you mattered, like you were worth the effort, like you were the only person in the world that mattered to them. And that memory is what makes Valentine's Day so painful for me, because I know what it feels like to be loved. I know what I'm missing, so it's not ignorance that hurts you, it's remembrance. It's knowing exactly what you don't have because you've had it before. It's knowing what you're capable of giving because I've given it. It's knowing that somewhere out there, someone is getting flowers because they matter to someone, and I'm not. I remember watching my friends get Valentine's gifts, watching them complain about having to figure out what to do for their partners, watching them roll their eyes at the commercialization of the holiday, while secretly being thrilled that someone cared enough to make a big deal out of it. And you remember feeling this hollow thing inside, this empty space where hope used to be. I used to imagine what it would be like. I'd see other people getting flowers and I'd think, okay, maybe next year. Maybe I'll be someone's Valentine next year. But year after year, you're the same. You, alone, watching. I'm at home, alone, watching my phone not ring, refreshing social media to see everyone else's happiness, pretending to be okay with being invisible on the one day I wish someone would actually see me. You try to make it normal. You try to act like it's just another day. You tell yourself that Valentine's Day is just a commercialized holiday anyway, that it doesn't matter, that you're not bothered by it, but I'm bothered by it. Because it's not just about flowers, it's not just about dinner or gifts or chocolates. It's about someone waking up and deciding that I'm worth their time, that I'm worth celebrating, that I'm worth showing up for. And on Valentine's Day, that's what everyone else is getting. That affirmation, that confirmation that they matter, everyone except you. Valentine's Day is supposed to be about love, but all it does is highlight the absence of it. It's the one day where your loneliness becomes tangible, where you can't pretend that being alone is a choice, where you can't make up stories about why you're single, where I just have to face the fact that nobody wanted to spend this day with me. And yeah, there's other days. Days where you can distract yourself. Days where people aren't constantly celebrating love. Days where I can pretend that it doesn't matter that I'm alone. But on Valentine's Day, you can't pretend. On Valentine's Day, your loneliness is front and center. On Valentine's Day, the whole world is celebrating what I don't have. You start thinking about past relationships, people you loved, people who didn't love you back, people I thought would be my Valentine someday. And you realize that none of it worked out. And maybe that's because I'm not worth it. Maybe that's because there's something about me that makes people not want to fight for me. Maybe that's because you're not the kind of person people celebrate. Maybe you're just the kind of person people forget. I used to think that if I changed enough, if I became the right version of myself, someone would finally choose me. You'd see all these couples and think, okay, so I just need to be like that. I just need to be someone worth choosing. But I changed. I became better. I became stronger. I became everything I thought someone would want. And still, on Valentine's Day, you were alone. So you start to accept it. I start to understand that maybe I'm just not someone people love like that. Maybe you're the friend. Maybe I'm the one people confide in but never choose for themselves. Maybe you're the practice relationship before they find someone real. Maybe I'm just never going to be someone's Valentine. And that's the hardest thing for you to accept. Not that you're alone this year, but that I might be alone forever. That there might not be a Valentine's Day where you're not watching from the outside. The worst part is knowing that you could make someone happy. I could love someone in a way they've never been loved before. You could show up and be there and make them feel special every single day, not just on Valentine's Day. But nobody's asking me to. Nobody's giving you the chance to show them what love looks like. They're getting it from someone else. Someone who probably doesn't appreciate it as much as I would. Someone who's probably taking it for granted. And you're sitting here, knowing exactly what I could give, and having no one to give it to. So no, I don't hate Valentine's Day. It just reminds you that love keeps happening. Every day. To other people. To people who matter enough to someone. To people who were chosen, just not to me. And maybe next year will be different. Maybe next Valentine's Day I won't be sitting here watching. Maybe next year someone will finally see you. Maybe next year you'll be the one getting flowers. Maybe next year I'll be the one someone decided was worth celebrating. But for now, you're here. I'm here. Alone. Watching. Waiting. Hoping that someday someone will decide we're worth celebrating. Because everyone deserves to feel chosen on Valentine's Day. Everyone deserves to know that they matter to someone. Everyone deserves to be loved. You just have to keep waiting for someone to realize that I deserve it too. And maybe that's the saddest part of Valentine's Day. Not what you don't have, but knowing that I could have it. Knowing that you're capable of being someone's Valentine. Knowing that I could make someone feel the way couples feel today. But they won't let you. They don't want me. And on a day dedicated to love, that's the loneliest feeling in the world.